Welcome back to another episode of Into the Deep End podcast, where I'm your host, The Wallet Whisperer. Today, we're diving deep into the messy world of social media drama. We're reacting to a video titled "This Just Destroyed Anton's Career Forever" by O'Shea Duke Jackson. In this video, O'Shea discusses the fall of Anton Daniels, a controversial figure in the online space. If you're curious about the dynamics of influence and self-presentation in relationships, you won't want to miss this discussion.
I am, so you ain't shit. He became somebody who he was not. That is not who he was. That ain't who he is. He became this person for the internet.
It's almost been 3 weeks since the Anton Daniels fallout with Corey Holcomb. But what happens when you're hated and you got people who just dislike you? They start doing these deep dives. We've already seen them with Corey Holcomb and TMZ, but ultimately we're also seeing it with Anton Daniels. And you have people out there who are alleging that Anton Daniels is not only a fake ass person, that Anton Daniels is somewhat of a scammer.
Damn.
Right here, O'Shea mentions how Anton became someone he was not for the internet. This kind of transformation is common in the jet-set world of social media, where influencers exaggerate reality to captivate audiences.
Not only does Tommy Sotomayor accuse Anton Daniels of stealing his talking points and trying to be like him, he's also saying that Anton Daniels was not this way 15 years ago. 15 years ago, Anton Daniels was out there, holding a sign, trying to give free hugs in the city of Detroit, trying to build his platform. And to be honest, I can't really hold that against him, because when you're trying to find your way as a content creator, you're doing a whole bunch of different things, just trying to find your niche. People change niches, trying to find their way and trying to ultimately find their audience. So I really won't hold that against him. But what I will hold a content creator accountable for is presenting yourself to be something that you are not.
The strength of O'Shea's commentary lies in his ability to dissect how social media affects authenticity. It raises an important question. Can you truly separate the person from the persona? This ties beautifully into our theme of simping, where admiration can lead to a lack of self-respect when one doesn't know the real person behind the mask.
The same thing about myself. When I got into YouTube, I was already a graduate in biology. I was in medical school. So I was never a financial expert or a YouTube expert or anything like that. And I have never tried to portray myself as a YouTube expert or a financial expert or a business expert. I am involved in business, but I would not say that I am an expert for somebody in business. And Anton Daniels, from what I understand, is a controversial YouTuber, and he may have money, but that does not qualify him to be a financial expert or a business expert or even a YouTube expert. What it does qualify him is a content creator who understands how to make a lot of money, but that would not qualify him or give him the right to say that he can teach other people how to do the same thing.
Damn.
Then there is more criticisms from our good brother LTTV.
O'Shea asserts that monetary success from YouTube does not make one a financial expert. This resonates deeply. It's crucial to distinguish between content creators who have found fame and those who genuinely have financial skills. However, O'Shea's approach could be perceived as a bit harsh. While it's valid to hold creators accountable, I believe there's also room for understanding their journey. Anton's evolution may not sit well with everyone, but as he mentions, exploring various paths to find one's niche isn't inherently wrong. Let's see how O'Shea elaborates on Anton's past struggles.
A program called A Bag Chasers. This is where he gives some level of financial advice. He gives coaching and tips on how to be rich. Now, this is the problem that a lot of content creators get themselves into. Because they have an audience, they decide to, say, hey, listen, because my platform is successful, what I can do for you is teach you also how to be successful, of course, for a really good fee. And many people in the Black community just look for clout. So they see Anton Daniels doing something and obviously he's successful, so he can help me with my platform. a lot of people can grow a platform and do it in a very interesting way, but that does not mean that your platform will grow. It's almost like Michael Jordan. I mean, he's the greatest basketball player ever in life, but that wouldn't mean that he is also the greatest teacher. And that's Michael Jordan, who actually was great at what he did. Anton Daniels is a excellent YouTube personality, but that does not mean that he's an excellent YouTube creator. Those are different, okay? Being an excellent YouTube personality means that, hey, he could be a person that you love to hate. But then again, it doesn't qualify him to give business advice or to help you any kind of level of business. Because from what I understand, Anton did not become financially successful until blowing up on YouTube.
O'Shea points out Anton's history of jobs, which makes you rethink how we judge someone's experience. Success often comes with a backstory that includes various failures, something many don't see or understand.
Which is a very similar story to somebody such as myself. I had some moderate success, as a person that worked, at a, Fortune 500 company, but I was never a CEO. I was never in high level management. So again, I cannot coach to that. But then here is what we also hear.
What is a MAGA moocher? Well, it's somebody who took Donald Trump's controversial takes, tried to use their social media account, be ridiculously, and I mean ridiculously controversial, and thinking that they were going to grow their social media career by ending up on Fox News.
I want to give a shout out to the brother Ricky Manor, because he actually did this video a long time ago before any of this stuff came out. And it was actually on February 14, 2025, almost a year to this day. And the name of the video was called Exposing Anton Daniels, the Rise of Fake Millionaires and Mega Grifters.
Damn.
In this video, he would come out with some interesting evidence to show that a lot of these guys are not really, let's say, conventionally rich, even if they are making money on the platform underneath controversial politics or being with MAGA and things like that. It does not mean that they are financially successful. And he would go back by proving this.
Yeah, here goes Anton Daniels' LinkedIn experience. Let's see, the longest job he kept was what, 4 years? 4 years? So let's see here. Team leader, quality control. That don't sound like a millionaire to me. Help desk agent, web designer, and developer. Perform troubleshooting of hardware, software problems over the phone. Oh, call center agent. Okay. Okay, this doesn't look like a millionaire's resume. I wouldn't think that he would be somebody. Where's the financial investing here? That's not on the resume.
In this case, he would go back and look at Anton Daniels' LinkedIn history. Now, again, it was public to a certain degree. I'm not sure as to if it's still up there, but he looks at Anton Daniels' personal history. And the question is, does Anton Daniels in the past have a history of financial advice, have a history of consulting? Did he ever have consulting roles in big businesses? And from what I can gather, the answer is no. Woo!
What we see unfolding is a classic case of fake it till you make it. There's a parallel to simping here. When admiration morphs into blind devotion, it can lead to enabling harmful behavior. In the chase for respect and validation online, these creators might compromise genuine connections, which is the essence of a healthy relationship, reciprocity, and respect. Before we move on, are you a content creator struggling to keep your audience engaged? Stop the scroll. With vidIQ, you can transform your lengthy videos into captivating shorts that hook your audience in seconds. It's simple. With just one click, publish across all your social platforms and watch your engagement skyrocket. Don't let your hard work fade into the background. Sign up for your free trial today. Link in the description and start getting noticed. Now let's hear about Anton's financial strategies.
came out. And it was actually on February 14, 2025, almost a year to this day. And the name of the video was called Exposing Anton Daniels, the Rise of Fake Millionaires and Mega Grifters.
Damn.
In this video, he would come out with some interesting evidence to show that a lot of these guys are not really, let's say, conventionally rich, even if they are making money on the platform underneath controversial politics or being with MAGA and things like that. It does not mean that they are financially successful. And he would go back by proving this.
It's intriguing how O'Shea emphasizes that legitimate wealth doesn't come with the burden of coaching others for a fee. This brings to mind the age-old adage that those who can do and those who can't teach.
In this case, he would go back and look at Anton Daniels' LinkedIn history. Now, again, it was public to a certain degree. I'm not sure as to if it's still up there, but he looks at Anton Daniels' personal history. And the question is, does Anton Daniels in the past have a history of financial advice, have a history of consulting? Did he ever have consulting roles in big businesses? And from what I can gather, the answer is no. Woo!
While O'Shea provides a compelling critique, it's also important to view Anton's financial advice through a lens of personal experience. Yes, he may not have formal training, but many thrive on shared personal anecdotes in the realm of finance. It's not a black and white issue.
At the same time, a guy like Anton Daniels goes around telling everybody else how they are poor and they are not on his level, when in actuality, being polarizing is what got Anton Daniels the opportunity financially as to what he has today. And so now if you are seeing these guys selling a facade that, number one, they're rich, number one, that they're wealthy, or number three, that they can help you become rich or wealthy if you would just sign up for their bag chasers or anything like that, what I would say is typically these are the people who are not really credited with having, financial success. Because let me tell you something, anybody who is really rich, anybody who is really successful does not go around trying to teach you how to do it for a fee. All right. I make pretty decent amount of money on my platforms and have done so for the last 4 to 5 years, consistently have been doing very well in this business for a decade. I don't even sell my services. The reason why I don't sell my services is because it's a time cost for me, because I could be doing something else. It might not be making any money right now, but I could be doing something else. And anybody who is rich, for the most part, if somebody knows that information, they don't want to sell it to you for $1,000 an hour or for $500 or to sell you a course how to do it. Because you don't see many rich people do that kind of stuff. Real millionaires, and I'm not talking about, online people, because yes, you can get rich online, but a lot of people are chasing the bag online. Literally, they build a platform just so they can get offline bookings, just so they can get people to go head on and consult with them. But that doesn't mean that these people are legit business folks. From what I understand is that Anton Daniels struggled heavily in business up until the YouTube career took off. And it's great that your YouTube career took off, but it does not remove your other business failures that you had previously. That's just the case. And so now you're selling yourself that you can help people, get their game up and get their money up the same way that he's promising these women that, hey, if you deal with me, as a content creator, I can give you the quote unquote game. And then what you can do is, take this game and leverage it into your own career. And even with that, I have honestly never seen Anton Daniels bring out creators that become heavyweights, that come out that are just like associated with his brand that do very well, simply because the way that he does stuff, which is polarizing content, which is live stream, which is chopping up streams and reposting them. And then because you learn that method from Just Pro things, and that's giving you, a lot of money because you're uploading a lot, it doesn't mean that that method will work for anybody else. And again, if you're going to get a financial advice or business advice, you typically don't take that advice from YouTubers. You take that advice from people who are in certain industries. Everything is industry specific. Investments and stocks and all of that don't come from YouTubers. are Bitcoins. They come from investing your money into people who actually do that for a living, such as BlackRock, or a person that works with Fidelity or Charles Schwab or Merrill Lynch. People who do that, right, professionally for a living, not people who do reaction videos like myself or celebrity. I mean, we can help you with those kind of platforms. I get it. Bag chasers, in my honest opinion, is another word for just like hustlers. And people who professionally do the jobs are in the industry. They are not people who are online professing to be these sorts of gurus. So again, this is what I'm saying about Anton. I'm not trying to say that Anton is a scam artist or Anton is fraudulent, but I will say is that he is not a financial expert or a business expert. Business experts, for the most part, do not have time to sell their services to help you become an expert. Why would they introduce you, the competition, to you? They don't. They're only an expert because they want to collect more money off of you. And most people that do give out information typically don't want to charge you for it. They're already in their way in life, and you can mentor and you can give them some level of value. But usually that value cannot be exchanged in just hard cash because they already have hard cash. Why do they need it from you?
If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and definitely check out O'Shea's original piece linked below. It's an insightful watch that deserves your time. As we wrap up, let's reflect on the essence of relationships online and off. Whether we're discussing simping or the authenticity of influencers like Anton, the takeaway here is clear. Seek respect and authenticity, and don't be afraid to question the personas we see on our screens. Until next time, dive into the depths of conversation and keep that wallet respectful. Thanks for joining me today. Catch the next deep dive on the screen on where O'Shea drop kicks Anton when he is down.